2019, the commentary going forward was a little disappointing. Is that what's weighing on the stock in your eyes as well?
I guess, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. We're excited about having a record earning again this quarter and having the opportunity to raise our guidance for the year. In fact, at the midpoint of the guidance, we'll show operationally a 16% increase in earnings per share operationally. That'll be partially offset with fuel and currency drag, but still at the midpoint of guidance will be above double-digit increase in earnings for the year. I guess the drag on the stock, as you point out, some interpretations by some folks on the forward bookings, but our bookings are strong, as we said on the call, and we see opportunity for excellent earnings growth next year.
Arnold, as you said, some of the analyst commentary was focusing on the forward bookings, in particular pricing since June that they think has been poor and doesn't compare well to some of your rivals. So you disagree with their interpretation of that?
Yes, I think, again, what they look at is a weighted average number. We have 9 brands. We have multiple destinations. There are a whole lot of factors that can influence yield. The bottom line is our yield is strong and our booking trends are strong. We're ahead against records that we've set in the past, so we're ahead on occupancy. And we're in line with pricing overall, but individual segments are up nicely and the others are part of overall pricing strategy management to ensure that we give our guests the great vacation experience they want at the value they want, but ultimately will lead to increased earnings, and we're focused on earnings.
Hi, Arnold. It's Sarah. I just wanted to ask you about the supply. I mean, as I understand it, a lot more ships are coming out to sea, a lot more beds are being added, and there's a little bit of a concern there about overcapacity. Can you describe how you see the industry right now?
Yeah, the industry is still capacity constrained. The reality is we're underpenetrated as an industry in every market in the world, every single market. And we are capacity constrained because there's only so many shipyards to build ships. The maximum the industry can grow in a year is 7%. Next year, the industry will be growing in the 4 to 5% range. We have a number of brands and a number of markets where capacity is up, and we are well ahead on occupancy and well ahead on pricing.
In terms of the regions, what's hottest at the moment? Is the Caribbean recovering from some of the hurricanes it experienced a year or so ago? And regardless of that, which is the hottest region at the moment?
Yeah, the Caribbean has had some weather impact, but a lot of this is, again, just an artifact of comparing numbers. The Caribbean is very strong. As you know, most of the islands in the Caribbean were completely unaffected by the weather patterns of last year, and those that were affected are back up and running. Our ships are full there. People are having a great time. Our bookings are strong there, as we shared on our earnings call. And the Caribbean is a growth area. We had a record there this year, and we'll have an increase both from capacity, but also occupancy and improvement in overall returns next year.
I mean, just listening to you, Arnold, it sounds like a very bullish picture you're painting of the industry, of demand. I mean, we're in one of the best consumer environments ever, according to, I think, Target CEO said, the best he's ever seen. And yet, your stock has gone nowhere this year, and the entire industry has underperformed. You think it's an overreaction to factors like rising fuel prices, stronger dollar, or something else going on?
Well, there are a lot of variables involved, and we'll have to let those that make those decisions share. But what we know is if we create value, which we are doing, we've increased earnings, we will deliver on our commitment of double-digit return on invested capital. Our guidance said we will achieve that this year, as we set out to do 5 years ago. We have earnings growth, planned in the future, and we have clear line of sight on that. So we know if we deliver the value, the market eventually will recognize it. People are always looking for inflection points, and they have fears and so on. But the reality is our industry is strong, our company is very strong, and our 9 world-leading cruise line brands are super strong. We took on 4 new ships this year, Seabourn Ovation, the new Staten Down and the Holland America line. We have Carnival Horizon, which came on stream, and AIDA Nova, the first LNG-powered ship at sea. We made history with our AIDA brand with AIDA Nova. And so all of those are just additions to an already strong environment.